Thinking about buying a home? Whether you're moving to the Lake Travis area or just switching neighborhoods, there are some things about buying a home here in Texas that are a little different than other places. This video is part of a series where I walk you through the whole process, from picking your neighborhood to closing on your dream home. If you haven't watched the first two videos yet, check those out when you're done here, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in the series and other insider tips about life around Lake Travis. Today we're talking about choosing the right house. Once you are pre-approved for a mortgage or have your cash ready, and you've narrowed down your neighborhoods, it's time for the fun part, finding the one. I'm going to help you narrow down your home search to the things that really matter, saving you time and money. If you'd like my house hunting checklist, text me the word house and I'll send it right over. Touring homes is fun, but it can become repetitive and tiring if you go to see too many homes that end up not being what you want. You have to take time off work or give up your evenings and weekends, and by narrowing down the search online, you can really maximize your time on the ground. It's also easy to get distracted by furniture and decorations, and that's why the entire staging industry exists. I'm going to walk you through what to really pay attention to and how to narrow down your search before you even step foot in a house. We'll talk about layout, condition, and things like septic and flood zones that are common around Lake Travis. I'll also break down some financial considerations like HOA fees and property taxes. Let's get into it. I can't wait to share this information with you. Layout is one of the biggest things to consider because it's the hardest to change without major construction. Do you want an open floor plan where the kitchen flows into the living area, or do you like more separation? If you have kids and if they are older or younger will also factor into this decision, but you do also want to think about resale one day, even if you plan to stay in the home for a long time. Think about bedrooms. Do you want them all on the same floor? Or is it okay if the primary is downstairs and the other rooms are upstairs? If you have older extended family members who may be coming to visit or live, a second downstairs bedroom and full guest bath will be important features in the home. Many new construction homes are taking this into consideration and putting a walk-in shower in the guest bath on the first floor, while older homes may just have a half bath or powder room for guests. If you work from home, do you need an office? Could this office double as the second downstairs bedroom for an occasional guest, or do you need a dedicated space? Needing two home offices has also become increasingly common for my clients in the last few years. If you entertain a lot, is the kitchen set up in a way that makes that easy? There will be some things about the layout that you might not be able to see from photos, like if the bathroom window looks right into the neighbor's bedroom, or the lighting at the house in different times of the day. Photographers often use artificial light, making a dark house appear brighter, so the in-person visit is still very important. Making a list of your must-have features: style of home, number and location of bedrooms, number and location of bathrooms, size of backyard, pool, fireplace, carpet or no carpet, tub in the primary, office, game room will help you and your realtor find the perfect home. But there are still some other items to consider, such as the condition of the home. A home might look move-in ready, especially in photos, but make sure you take a close look. We are inspectors, and I leave the real inspection work to the real inspectors, but I use all of my senses when we walk through a house. I look for cracks in walls and ceilings, water stains, or anything that looks recently patched. I listen for creaky floors or strange sounds. I feel for uneven or squishy floors. I use my nose to see if the house smells musty or like pet odors that will be hard to clear. I guess I don't really use all of my senses because I'm definitely not tasting anything in a random house, but one time I was in a listing with a bowl of peppermints in the kitchen and a suspicious cat odor in one of the bedrooms, and I think that the intention was to get the buyers eating the strong smelling candy, and that would mask the smells of the house. Spotting red flags during a showing helps my buyers keep a clear head during negotiations and not fall in love with a house with too many problems without solutions. If the home is older, we can ask about the roof, HVAC, water heater, and windows. Those are big ticket items that can add up fast. If you love a home, but it needs work, there is the potential to factor those repair costs into the offer. For updates or cosmetic items, it is usually unlikely that the seller will reduce the price to accommodate, but sometimes those outdated features will make a home less appealing to buyers who want something move-in ready, and there will be less competition and a lower sales price in the end. Speaking of costly repairs, regarding swimming pools, specifically in the Austin area over the last few years, we have been dealing with ASR, also known as alkali silica reaction, also known as concrete cancer. ASR occurs when certain materials in concrete, particularly aggregates, react with alkalis in the cement and moisture, forming an expansive gel that causes the concrete to swell and crack over time. The swelling and cracking caused by ASR will weaken the pool structure, leading to cracks, damage to plaster or tile, and ultimately the need for expensive repairs or a complete rebuild. ASR is particularly prevalent in concrete pools built between 2017 and 2023, and it can be difficult to detect early, making it a serious and costly issue for pool owners. If you are looking for a home with a pool, we will do extra research into when the pool was built, who the pool builder was, research the builder to see if they have any reported cases of ASR, visually inspect the pool for any cracks or telltale signs of pool cancer, and never, never, never skip the pool inspection. Pools are expensive to build here. Underneath the topsoil is solid limestone in many areas. The last few pools that I had clients quote to build were over $100,000. If you do want a private pool, buying a home with a pool in place is almost always a better value than buying the house and adding the pool later. On the flip side of that, if you're planning to buy a house, build a pool, and sell in a few years and recoup all of your investment, I do have some bad news for you. The National Association of Realtors estimates that homeowners typically recoup only about 56% of pool installation costs. That means a seller will likely not see the full investment back, especially if they sell within a few years of the installation. Now let's talk about the house-specific things that affect your monthly payment besides your mortgage. First up are the HOA fees. Not all areas have an HOA, but for those that do, this will affect the amount that you can qualify for in your mortgage. In Lake Travis, these can range from super low, like $100 a year, to over $600 a month in places with more amenities. Some neighborhoods have pools, private lake parks, security guards, you name it. One condo complex on Lake Travis has HOA fees that include internet, trash collection, and even water. Ask what's included and if the amenities are worth it to you. Buying a home in an HOA also means an HOA transfer fee when you buy. As a buyer, we will work to get that covered by the seller, but it is one more thing to be aware of. Next are property taxes. Texas doesn't have a state income tax, but that can mean our property taxes are higher. Around here, tax rates usually range from 1.8% to 2.6%, depending on whether you're in the city limits or not. Some neighborhoods like Hudson Bend or parts of Cardinal Hills have lower tax rates, which can save you money every month. And finally, insurance. You'll need homeowners insurance, of course, but if the home's in a flood zone, you'll need flood insurance too. I know it's easy to fall in love with a house that checks all your boxes, but don't forget about resale. Even if you think it's your forever home, things can change. Jobs come and go, family needs evolve, and sometimes life throws curveballs that force you to sell a home when you had planned to stay forever. So while it's tempting to focus solely on your current wants and needs, it's important to keep in mind how your home will appeal to future buyers. A home that fits your very specific needs might not have widespread appeal to others, but you have to weigh whether that inconvenience means more now or later. For instance, you might love that extra bedroom for a home office, but if it means converting a space that could have been used differently for resale, it could affect future buyers' perceptions. As with any big decision, it's all about finding that balance between personal comfort and long-term investment. I know you've heard of location when it comes to real estate, but I want to talk to you about price condition location. When you're buying a house, you usually only get two of these three. Let me explain. If a house is in a great location and in great condition, it's probably not going to be cheap. If it's affordable and in great shape, it might be farther out next to a highway or not in your ideal area. If it's in a great location and at a great price, chances are you'll need to do some updating. So think about which two matter most to you. And this is where having a local agent like me can really help you figure out what trade-offs make the most sense for your specific situation. Finding the right house is a mix of both facts and feelings. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of finding a place that feels like home right away, but it's important to also consider the long-term picture. You want to fall in love with a home, but you also need to make sure it's a smart move financially. Whether it's that charming front porch with the adorable pillars, a sparkling pool out back, or the park right across the street, there's always something that can steal your heart at first sight. But as much as these features might draw you in, it's my job to help you step back and look at the bigger picture. Sure, the house might look perfect now, but will it still be just as perfect in a few years, especially if your needs change? I'm here to help make sure the house you choose isn't just a short-term love affair, but a decision you'll be happy with for years to come. We need to make sure the house ticks off all the essential boxes. Is the layout functional for your family's needs? Will it be easy to maintain? Does it have good resale potential down the road? While you may love the charm of the front porch or the proximity to the highway, we'll also take a look at the property's long-term appeal, how the home fits within the current market, and whether any of the features could pose problems later on. I want to ensure that when you move into your new home, it's more than just a place to live, it's a place where you can truly feel at home, not just now, but for the long haul. If you're thinking about buying in the Lake Travis area, I'd love to help you find that sweet spot where your lifestyle and budget meet. Drop a comment if you have questions or message me if you're ready to start looking. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next video in this series. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate. I live here, I work here, and I want to help you find your place here. Lake Travis is waiting for you.